So we were on a road trip this week for a tour of the standard process facility, which is really cool. But I just want to give you some tips and tricks that I use when I'm on a road trip to make sure we're trying to maintain healthy, toxin-free stuff as possible. So one of the things I like to do in the car is I have an air filter that I run. It's a little mini air filter. It gets hooked up to the USB port in your car, and this helps keep the toxins more minimal in your vehicle. The thing I also like to do is to hit the button on the car where it will just do the air inside of your vehicle and not be pulling air from outside, especially when you're on busy highways. There's lots of pollutants from your cars and exhaust that will end up in your vehicle. So this helps cut it down. A couple other little tricks that I like is I have this little unit that will plug into a USB lighter, and it has a hot plate on the bottom of it, so it gets warm. So if I'm bringing food from home to eat for either lunch or dinner that day, I can keep it warm, which will limit me from having to go to a fast food restaurant or opting for eating out where I'm gonna get a lot more toxins. One other thing that I always take with me on a trip, of course, is supplements, because those are always things that we need to keep us healthy, along with the things I keep on a daily basis for maintenance. Something like Antranex. I like another one called Kava, which is really great for stress. CLNZ, which is a systemic formula. So those are some of the ones that I always take with me when I am on a trip to keep me healthy. And one of my last things that I really like on a road trip is this cooler that I have. It plugs into your cigarette lighter outlet in your vehicle, and it has an option of either staying cold or staying hot. So if I have snacks or water that I'm bringing on a trip, this will keep it cold without having to worry about the ice melting and things getting all wet from the ice. It's a really convenient thing to, again, avoid eating out as much as possible on a road trip. You're bringing your own snacks and you know exactly what you're getting. This is really key when you're traveling. So now that we're in the hotel, I'm going to show you a few of the things that I always like to do when I travel. So I always like to bring my own toiletries. I bring my own hand soap, my own shampoo, my own conditioner, everything that I'm gonna use for personal items I always bring along. Because you really never know the stuff that they provide to you, what kind of ingredients are in there. Most of the time you're at least seeing some kind of synthetic fragrance, sometimes some soybean oil, different things that I don't necessarily want to use on my skin or get into my system. Now, the other thing that I like to do when I am traveling is I always like to bring my own water. We usually get these big gallon jugs. We bring these along. That way I'm not necessarily worried about the source of water, because what they usually provide is something like these thin plastic bottles. You just never know how much plastic has leached into that water before you're drinking it. So I really like to try to use something a little thicker with plastic and try to get some bigger jugs, so we're avoiding that plastic ingestion with our water. The other thing I like to do in a hotel room is I always like to bring my own air filter. So this Clarifion air filter unit that I love is just a great addition to throw into your bag when you're traveling. It is small, easy to travel with. There is a filter and a fan inside, so while you are in the hotel room, it's helping cut down on any of the toxins in the air that could be from cleaning products or any of the other things that could be in the air from bedding or carpets or things like that. So these are really easy to plug into any outlet in your hotel room and turn on so you can get some good clean air while you're in here.